Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Dr. Hanur from Marwan Academic Business and Travel. If you are a MSc student, a PhD researcher, or anyone involved in academic research, today's video is for you. Many students focus on collecting data and reading chapters, but they often struggle when their supervisors or thesis defense committee asks simple yet fundamental questions about their research. In this video, I will share 5 essential areas and the key questions that every researcher should be able to answer confidently throughout the research journey, not just during the final defense. Let's get started. Number 1, research foundation. The first area is your research foundation. Before beginning any research, you should clearly understand why your study exists. Remember, every strong research project starts with a meaningful problem. If you cannot explain why your research matters, it becomes difficult to convince others of its importance. Always be able to explain your research in simple language that anyone can understand. During your defense, the first area examiners focus on is your research foundation. They want to know why your study matters. One of the first questions is, what inspired this research topic? Here, don't simply say you were interested in the topic. Explain the real-world problem, academic gap, or personal motivation that led you to conduct this research. The next question is, what problem does your research solve? Clearly explain the specific issue your study addresses. Demonstrate why solving this problem is important for researchers, industry, policymakers, or society. Finally, they may ask, what is the key contributions of your study? This is your opportunity to summarize your original contribution. Explain what new knowledge, method, model, or application your research adds to the existing body of knowledge. 2. Literature review. The second area is literature review. Research isn't conducted in isolation. It builds upon previous studies. A literature review is much more than summarizing previous papers. Its real purpose is to identify what's already known, what remains unanswered, and why your study is necessary. When you clearly identify the research gap, your study becomes more valuable and original. The literature review demonstrates that you understand previous research. Expect questions like, what does existing research say about this topic? Provide a concise overview of the major findings from previous studies. Mention the main theories and influential researchers in your field. Another common question is, what important gaps did you identify? Explain what previous researchers overlooked, what remains unanswered, what limitations existed in earlier studies. Then answer, how does your research fill those gaps? Clearly show how your study addresses those weaknesses and advances the field. 3. Research methodology. The third area is your research methodology. One of the most common questions during thesis defense is, why did you choose this research method? Your methodology should not simply describe what you did. It should justify why your approach was the best choice for answering your research questions. The methodology section is often where examiners ask the most detailed questions. They may ask, why did you choose this research method? Explain why your chosen methodology best answers your research questions compared to other approaches. Another question is, what alternative methods did you consider? Show that you evaluated different research designs before selecting the most appropriate one. They may also ask, how did you design your study? Walk them through your research design, sampling techniques, data collection process, and data analysis methods. Finally, how did you ensure reliability and validity? Explain the steps you took to make your findings trustworthy, such as pilot testing, triangulation, statistical validation, or quality assurance procedures. 4. Results and findings. Now let's move the heart of your research project, your results and findings. Here the first question is, what are your most important findings? Summarize your key results clearly without reading directly from your thesis. Next, who benefits from your research? Identify the people or organizations that can apply your findings, such as researchers, industries, governments, educators, healthcare professionals, or communities. Another important question is, what are the limitations of your study? Every research project has limitations. Be honest about them and explain that they don't invalidate your findings. Finally, how do these limitations affect your conclusions? Show that you understand the boundaries of your research and avoid making claims beyond your evidence. Every research has limitations. Acknowledging them doesn't weaken your study. Instead, it demonstrates honesty, scientific integrity, and clear understanding of your research boundaries. Focus on explaining not only what you found, but also why those findings matter. Number 5. Reflection and future work. Every researcher should reflect on the completed study. At the end of the defense, examiners often ask reflective questions. For example, did you successfully answer your research questions? Briefly explain how your findings address your research objectives. Another question is, what would you improve if you started again? Discuss lessons learned and possible improvements in methodology, sample size, or data collection. Lastly, what future research should follow your work? Suggest logical next steps that other researchers can pursue to build on your findings. Great researchers understand that every study opens new opportunity for future investigations. No research answers every question. Instead, it contributes another valuable piece to the large body of scientific knowledge. To summarize, every MSc and PhD researcher should confidently answer questions in these 5 areas: research foundation, literature review, research methodology, result and findings, reflection, and future work. Mastering these questions will not only strengthen your thesis or dissertations, but also prepare you for proposal presentation, progress reports, conference presentation, journal publications, and your final thesis defense. If you can clearly answer these questions, you truly understand your own research. Your master and PhD defense is not just an examination, it's an opportunity to demonstrate the expertise you have developed throughout your research journey. Prepare thoroughly, believe in your work, and present your research with confidence. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Marwan Academic Business and Travel for more videos on education success, scholarships, academic rating, and international education. I wish you every success in your life. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.